Well, YouTube, I just wanted to go over something, of course, about my Indian research and in my Indian beginning of the King Philip War, which I like to call it as the Great Chief Metacom. And myself personally, last year starting this documentary of the King Philip War, and not knowing myself that it was the 500th anniversary. And within this past year, and coming upon many findings and stuff just appearing out of nowhere of Indian dwellings, and the mighty hawk and the mighty raven visiting me at Indian sites. And just the other day, I was driving, last week, I did a 3-day job at a clean house on Lost Lake Road in Groton, Mass. And when you go further down that road, there's a twisting, winding road that leads into a valley of lakes, ponds, swamps. And I have a good high instinct that it was a very strong Indian dwelling. But the reason why I'm doing this video in the past year, and I'm listening to the radio, and I listen to one of my favorite radio stations, 100.7 WZLX in Boston, Mass. Pretty much been listening to a lot lately due to the fact that the new music that they play today is literally, some of it literally just sucks, and it turns me off to even want to even put on a radio station of modern day. I'd rather go back to the 60s, 70s, 80s and listen to some real fucking music, mind you. But you want to talk about insane, and it's just crazy that this would even come up. And like I said, I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden they're talking about the King Philip Warriors in Reading, Mass. And they have just won, I guess, an undefeated year Super Bowl at that in Gillette Stadium. Keywords: King Philip Warriors. Now, like I said, not only have I been finding and stuff coming up, and Jesus Christ on what's been going on with me in my life in the past year, just breaking open the spirits of the Indians and walking on their paths and in the woods and their Indian dwelling living. And I even got to go to see and sit next to the great throne of the great Chief Metacom. And you have to pay to get in this place, but due to my passion to bring this story alive and bring you to places, it's just ironic how this King Philip Warriors football team, for the first time, and I guess, who knows, this is their first Super Bowl winning and undefeated season. And wouldn't you know, 500th anniversary, just like I said, of the King Philip War, mind you, began in 1675, ended 1676. And just to have this ironic thing happen, is, to me, my hair just stood on, it's right now standing up on the back of my neck. It's insane. And like I said, not only been I doing my videos, finding this and hearing this, I've been hearing a lot more of Indian stuff coming out lately throughout this year. You know, the actual tribe of Metacom in Taunton, Mass. was granted their, casino out there, but due to Massachusetts being the douchebags that they are, giving everybody a hard time to put up their casinos in Massachusetts, or one, and not, you're only gonna have one or two, fuck you with your stupidity. Give back to the Indians of what they've lost over a period of time of I would say, yeah, the 500 years since the first war broke out. That's when the Indians started to realize that they were losing everything. And even George Washington pushed Indians after the King Philip War out of their hometown of Waverly, Corning, New York. Even Abraham Lincoln signed a paper to kill off 500 Indians. And it's sick that all these Indians had to lose their land that they rightfully owned. And the white man came over here, English man, blah, 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 and decided to just say, hey, we're going to take this, we're going to take that, give us back the guns we traded you, blah, 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 take over the whole fucking land, tax the shit out of you. And it's great to see people like Johnny Depp to buy and give back land to the Indians and stuff like this. You know, all hail Johnny Depp. If there was more people like that to give back to the Indians, you know what, you people got to remember who was here first. You got to people remember what kind of original American heroes of army was here first, and that was the Native American Indians. And to see this come up as the King Philip War and the King Philip Warriors, a battle won for him, fighting in a football field, you know, to me that's just a great honor to see and hear this. And it's going to bring more people to wonder and want to know, like, who the hell is King Philip? I can just imagine on how many people don't know the King Philip War. And I met one of them, and he was a mid-50s, late 50s police officer in Harvard, Mass. He was older than me. He stopped me due to the fact that it was there's two suspects out in their town robbing houses, a man and a woman. So me and my wife are out there, and we're getting harassed, mind you. Just now, all I was doing was doing a simple video, and when he asked me what I was doing, I said I'm covering the King Philip War, mind you. And mind you, the first attack of the King Philip War happened in Lancaster, Mass. Not too far from, not even a mile away from the spot I got pulled over at. Not even a mile away. And this cop's harassing me. And well, what the hell is that? Who's King Philip? He said. I don't know no King Philip War. So hopefully this dipstick, meat stick, went and looked it up. Because I called the chief of police of Harvard, told him, and ironically, just go figure, he happened to know my second oldest brother. So that made it look even more good that I grew up in that town, and hopefully ring the guy out or whatever, told him to learn your history and go back to school. And I know if I wanted to be cocky about it, I should have said it my own self. Why don't you go back to school? If you're going to get cocky with me, fucking threatening me with, oh, there's people around there robbing and thinking it's me, pal, and you don't even know me? Well, whatever. But anyways, I just like to share that. More people need to know who the King Philip Chief Metacom was. And hopefully people take a more looking into it now as of who is the King Philip Warriors. Many tribes followed him through his war, and it's just one of them things that look cool to me, that a team that carries a legacy of 500 years, hopefully that school knows everything about the King Philip War. If not, get educated, watch some of my videos, you'll learn something. Hopefully it breaks out. But other than that, world of YouTube, I thought you'd like to know that Reading, Mass King Philip Warriors won their first state champion or Super Bowl in the friggin' Gillette Stadium. And not only that, carrying on a legacy name, a legend, the great Chief Metacom. And hopefully sparks up people's memory of wanting to learn about it and about what torturous, as I would say, torturous, losing land and the same thing that's happening in the war of today with ISIS. People, refugees come over here, they want to start taking over. They don't like the way that we live. They don't like the way we talk and speak. Well, hopefully this war will bring you back to the first war and to show you what they and the Indians, and you can learn to respect them more and give them a good howl sign and handshake next time you see an Indian, and not go, oh, them people are brutal murderers, they're killers, and they're sickos, and not look at them as the way as the people of once one says about them, that they're savages, brutally killing people. It's just sick. You need to start looking at these people just as us, as we are now, fighting against ISIS. End of story. Anyways, world of YouTube, take care. Be safe. Out.